Earlier this week, following the news of Congressman Swalwell and Gonzalez resigning, Senate Majority Leader John Thune weighed in on the culture of Capitol Hill.
There are better ways of ensuring that people in vulnerable situations, like some of them, I'm not familiar with all the particulars and the details, but what happened in the House, ought to have access to a way in which they can get recourse and relief, for sure. And if there's a better way to do that, I'm certainly open to it. I think it's unfortunate what we've observed and seen here in the last few days about certain members of the House of Representatives. And I guess I can tell you that I think we would all attest to the fact that I don't think that's a reflection of these institutions generally, and certainly not something that we would abide here in the United States Senate.
So, Lauren, Leader Thune certainly saying the right things there. But what would need to be done actually to enact real change, action, to make sure something like this wouldn't happen again?
So one of the ongoing problems on the Hill is that essentially every congressional office, every Senate office operates like its own kind of institution. It's run separately. There isn't really like a human resources oversight for all of the Congress. So there's very limited recourse actually for staffers. And that's also why you see like huge differences in how staff get treated from one office to the other. Even their benefits are different in many incidents, like who gets maternity leave and which offices don't offer good leave. So it's an ongoing problem in the House that's bigger than this. But there is no question, like we have seen repeated over and over again over many years. It didn't start with Swalwell. This goes way back. I mean, there were, when Ted Kennedy was in Congress, there were rumors of him tracing women around tables. This has always been an issue, and they've never taken it seriously. This current environment, I think what's different is you have people like Anna Paulina Luna, who has been an absolute warrior for the women. We have to remember they were calling for the resignation. The Republican women were calling for the resignation of Gonzalez like a year ago and worked very hard to try to get a consensus around expelling him if he wasn't going to resign. And then the Swalwell story broke and there was enough momentum to potentially get them both expelled, kind of a deal. So this is an ongoing problem. Anna Paulina Luna yesterday said she thinks there's going to be more stories coming out. I was just telling you in the break, TMZ offering $100,000 for anyone that comes forward with more stories about members of Congress. I mean, this is not over.
Yeah, TMZ has landed in D.C. Matt, we should note, though, that there's a cynical interpretation here to these two resignations. That Gonzalez, as Lauren said, there've been chatter for nearly a year to get him out. And he did say he wouldn't run again. But he was only forced out when suddenly a Democrat was also faced with similar accusations. That way, it could be a trade. One Republican, one Democrat. It doesn't impact the balance of power there in the House.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, listen, tit for tat, slim majorities, and everyone is happy to point fingers, but no one wants to look in a mirror. And you can go back from Matt Gaetz, George Santos. As Lauren said, this is a bipartisan issue. The president is off to Las Vegas today, but he's really leaving Sin City, Washington. You find people come to this town, Republican or Democrat, amazing people that want to focus on policy, change our country, change life for America. You also find egos. And when that happens, again, Republican or Democrat, that is just a recipe for disaster. We see it play out time and time again, whether it's behavior, whether it's, congressional trading. The American people do not think highly of Congress, and there's a reason for that. So I do think, yes, things have to change, including probably a host of reforms for Congress to help restore trust.
MS Now political analyst Matt Bartlett and co-founder and CEO of All In Together, Lauren Leader. Our thanks to you both.